Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, then welcome. It's always great to have new people. And if you're not new here, then welcome back to the gang. Welcome back to the OGs. All right, if you can't stay for this message, or if you missed the beginning of this message, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. All right, first we're going to start off with some confirmation messages. It may be confirming the messages that we're going to be getting into, or it may be confirming certain things so you will know if you should sit and listen to this message or not. For once, I'm going to say that a lot of you guys are choosing to be single because of the roller coaster rides that you're experiencing within your romantic connection. So if you know that you've been experiencing ups and downs within your romantic life and you've been choosing yourself this time around, then this message may be for you. Alright, so let's get some confirmation messages for the collective. Cleansing the energy within and around me. Protecting the energy within and around me. Protecting this message. All accurate messages only. No funny business. Yeah, see, some of you guys are upgrading your life. It's like you're becoming expensive now. Expensive with your time, expensive with your energy. It's probably because people, they're not really good for you. They're not really good for your health. Some of you guys can have STDs, or maybe you had one before. Or confirmation that the person you're dealing with is reckless when it comes to sexual relations, and you shouldn't really trust to have sexual relations with them. All right, it says, you broke my heart, so I broke yours. You could have been dealing with a lot of people who allowed their past pain in other romantic situations to interfere with how they treat people in today's timing. These are confirmations. Past, present, and future energy is significant. All right, for others of you guys, I'm getting this energy that it takes time, okay? When you're trying to heal, when you're trying to get into a better energy after experiencing so much turmoil, or whatever the case may be. All right, we got this in quotation marks. It says, I was hurt by you. So maybe this is how someone feels towards you. Maybe this is what they said. Maybe this is what you told someone. Confirmations. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth. Let me wipe off my screen because I think it's kind of... Alright, oral relations could be significant. Take it how it resonates. Confirmations. Alright, take this time or day to relax. Some of y'all also can be dealing with people who always just doing a whole bunch of this because they don't have nothing else to do with their life and they're miserable. But you're being encouraged to not waste your breath or your energy on these situations or people, because if they could be any different, they would be. So it's kind of like, choosing your battles wisely, like realizing that you don't deal with people who have the common sense God gave them. You're dealing with a bunch of followers, a bunch of manipulators, narcissists, gaslighters. So this is just what they do. A bunch of haters, you know? Confirmations for the collective. All right, yeah. A whole lot of complaining, a whole lot of excuses. All right. Always talking about nothing. Look, it says I took the easy way out. A lot of cowards. Okay. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing within confirmations. And we're going to be doing some confirmations at the end of this video as well with another deck. All right. Something amazing is about to happen to or for you. Okay. Let's get into the message. I'm also getting this energy like, don't dim your light. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say. Especially if you're living amongst people, like just be you, do you. Especially if you're an influencer or you get online. Don't make life easy for other people and just give yourself tower moments or make yourself feel inadequate or incomplete, you know? I'm also getting the energy like some people, you just gotta ignore them. They just be dry talking, but they don't be talking to you. You gotta get the energy like, you ain't talking to me. I'm getting the energy that some of you guys may fear the storms, but in reality, the storms can be something that can bring you peace. Like, especially if you're a person that experienced a lot of things in your life, it's almost giving that energy like, well, I already done experienced all the trials and tribulations there is. What else is there to be scared of? What else is there to be affected by? I've been in my worst, been in my lowest times. What else can really break me or bring me down? You know, it's like giving that type of energy. All right, we're going to be getting into the tea leaves. I cleansed all my other decks, but I didn't open these, so... Alright, today is April 6th, possibly. It's 3:20 a.m. Yeah, something about the months of the year is very significant as well. And be mindful when you're dealing with narcissists or toxic individuals, they're always going to make something an issue. And they're always going to make it seem like you're the problem. Like, somebody could leave a bowl in the sink and they know it was them. And instead, they're going to make it seem like it was you. Oh, you always dirtying up something. You always don't be cleaning. When no, you're always dirtying up something. You're always not cleaning. Like, somebody always trying to project on you what they do. And then people just be eavesdropping or being nosy or being weird. See how this one closed? Like, something about... It's always that one goofy person. Alright, the month July could be significant. The summertime could be significant. Or the name. Alright. I know that I had did this a particular way before, so I think I'm going to do it like that again. So usually when I first got this deck, I would just shuffle them. But some months ago, I ended up doing it differently, and I kind of want to do it that way again instead of just shuffling them. So give me a second. All right, we're gonna get a few Messages surrounding career and love. Yeah. Maybe wealth. Some of you guys are going to really become really, really happy in all areas of your life. Within love, within your inner world. So inner peace, happiness, just success in many aspects. Okay. So we're in April right now. So we're going to start with April. April. May. June. July. August. September. Oh, okay. All right. When it comes to the month of April, what is the collective to expect? We do 3 cards each. Okay. So I'm seeing a long journey, either physical or mental, that will leave you wiser at the end. So this could be something that you've already experienced, that you've already been starting on, or for some of you guys, you're going to be coming into this, all right? Elephants are very significant. Now we got bread here. So carbs or bread could be significant, shifting your diet. It says a period of prosperity and abundance. And then we have the dagger. Fear, worries, intense situations. So in the month of April, excuse me, there will be this long journey, whether it's physical or mental, but it will leave you wiser at the end. Okay, maybe there's some type of fear or tense situation that surrounds prosperity and abundance, but prosperity and abundance will be coming in for the month of April. Any more messages surrounding this particular energy? And then we have, okay, any more messages surrounding this rabbit energy? Right, so some of you guys, you have this in the month of April. Maybe you're going to start realizing the things that you need to work on and heal from. Like maybe you're going to start realize you have some type of sex wounds or addictions, or maybe the other individual does. But you're being encouraged to not back down from the opposition and to show strength and fortitude, especially when it comes to certain fears and worries that you may have. But concerning this rabbit situation, yeah, you know how people always use the saying, oh, y'all like rabbits, or whatever the case may be. So it's given, don't allow, like some of you guys, you do really good being in abstinence or celibacy for sure. Because I feel like with you being this emotional idealist or whatever the case may be, and then so not only having your feelings involved but also sexual relations involved, it's not going to really do anything for you. That's probably why things become tense, worrisome, and fearful. So maybe some of you guys are going to be like physically or mentally just too concerned with sexual matters, too fearful or worried about something, like experiencing a tense situation for like this long period of time, but you're being encouraged to not back down. Okay, keep pushing forward, show strength and fortitude. I'm seeing a period of prosperity and abundance in the month of April. Okay, amongst other things, honey, white flowers, pink flowers are very significant, especially if they're on a tree. All right, now what is the messages when it comes to the month of May? What are the messages? The month of May. I'll take that. Okay, so when it comes to the month of May, I'm seeing that you guys are going to be having great worry over nothing. Okay, the Wheel is coming out, which ties to great worry over nothing. The Weeping Willow is coming out. Those type of trees could be significant. Okay, this ties to family sorrow. We also have the Valley here. Okay, which ties to deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Okay, and remind you that we already got out the month of April, right, when we were talking about prosperity and abundance. So this can also be picking back up on that same energy from April, which is this month, following into the month of May. And then we have the Bell coming out, which ties to an announcement. So I feel like some of you guys in the month of May, you're going to be probably getting signs of something shifting, something huge. Maybe sirens or alarms are going to be very significant. But I feel like you're going to have this great worry over nothing. It could be pertaining to some type of family sorrows. But I am seeing deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Any last messages regarding this situation? Any last messages regarding this situation? Yeah, so whatever is going to happen, it's going to be a change for the better. So there's no need to be worrying about whatever this is. Butterflies are significant. Maybe even a vacation is going to be happening in the month of May. So let's see what's going to be going on in the month of June. What is going to be going on for the collective in the month of June? Okay. All right, so we have a bouquet, which ties to compliments from an admirer. So we know that you're going to have an admirer in the month of June, or you probably could have this. It could be before June, but they're just probably going to start complimenting you in June. All right, we have the needle and thread, which ties to a sincere wish will be granted. Okay, and then we have the skull. It says hidden secrets can harm you. And then we have the dog close up, which ties to pleasure with a close friend. And then we got the hammock, which ties to taking a vacation, physically or mentally. Remember we talked about the vacation in May? So maybe some of you guys are going to be contemplating a vacation, needing a vacation, and you're finally going to be doing it in the month of June or something like that. But I'm also seeing that maybe some of you guys, like, you've been wanting to really take a vacation physically or mentally, and this wish is going to be granted for you. Okay, I'm also seeing that certain secrets that your close friend or that your close friend may be keeping from you, or that you may be keeping from a close friend, can harm you. Okay, maybe you have this admirer who's been holding out on you, that they've had a certain type of attraction to you, and it's just starting to eat them up alive, and they're finally going to be voicing this in June. Any more messages regarding this skull energy? Any more messages coming to this skull energy? Yeah, maybe somebody's going to start freeing themselves from secrets. Maybe something is going to be illuminated in the month of June. This is going to make space for success. Maybe this can tie to some type of affair with your family. Maybe some of you guys are keeping certain things a secret from your family for your own like success or whatever the case may be. And maybe you personally feel like these secrets can harm you. But be mindful, if you're doing something for the betterment of your life and you're dealing with a bunch of narcissist, toxic people like we talked about in the beginning, then you literally don't have to speak on the things that you don't want to speak about. You could tell half-truths, you could tell no truths at all. Because in reality, you don't owe these people anything. And all they've been to you was the opposite of good to you. So who cares if you're going on vacation and instead you tell them that you're really going to go help somebody move or something? Like, who cares? Like, you don't owe anybody anything, especially people who don't have your best interest at heart. Okay, but yeah, in the month of June, I am seeing like some type of pleasure with a close friend. Maybe you guys are both gonna go out on some type of vacation, and then you may be receiving compliments from an admirer, or whatever the case may be, honey. Any more messages for this energy of June? All right, yeah, see, a meeting with a stranger could be important. So most definitely connecting, meeting with a close friend or stranger, whatever the case may be. This can be business related, but it's most definitely, for a lot of you guys, it's personal, you know, probably a vacation or something. All right, now for the month of July 2025, see, what we're doing is we're fortune telling for the months of the year, and then we're going to be getting into your love life, prosperity or wealth, and then career. So that's why I want to keep these kind of short and simple, straight to the point. Of course, many other things could be transpiring in these months, but I'm calling out whatever I'm seeing for right now. So we talked about April 2025 all the way up to June. Now we're currently on July, and we're going to go all the way to January 2026, February 2026, and March 2026. Okay, so April 2025 through March 2026, this is what's going to be happening, going down. All right. So messages for July. And if you guys just now came in, or if you can't stay for the whole video, then once again, this will be uploaded to my YouTube. The link is in my bio. If you guys want to send in gifts, get on the list. Tap the screen, feel free to do so. If you want to check out my other platforms like Instagram and my backup page, the link is in my bio. All right, so in the month of, let's see, July 2025. Yeah, but going back to that secrets can harm you energy, like in the month of June, you may be finding out that there were some secrets that was being kept that could potentially harm you. Like whatever was being kept secret, of course it can harm you, but also people keeping it a secret is good. So it's like it goes both ways. And this is tying to like some type of family matter or situation. So maybe you're keeping something from family, or they're keeping something from you. You're welcome. All right, so in the month of July, what's gonna be going on for the collective? Okay, so In the month of July, we got the lily, we got the desk, we got a fair man, we got candle, and we have lightning. So be mindful that I'm an intuitive reader, so I don't just go based off verbatim with the cards. I speak on it, and then I also speak intuitively as well, which is the things that you may not even see or come across. It's just something that you feel that you need to say, that you need to get out, right? So when I see fair man, of course the card itself is talking about a skin complexion, so that is significant, but I'm also getting this energy of somebody coming off like in this equal energy, in this fair energy, you know, like that, instead of just skin complexion. But we're gonna get to that. So we have the lily coming out. It ties to spiritual love. Okay, we have the desk coming out. It ties to pay attention to your work. And then we have lightning coming out. It says control your anger or you will be sorry. And then we have candle coming out. It says you will be shown the way. And then we have a fair man coming out. It says dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. So this is talking about either skin complexion or just hair, right? Okay, so in the month of July, maybe you're gonna encounter a relationship that is based on growth, that is based on maybe bringing out your triggers or whatever the case may be. Maybe some of you guys are going to be shown the way when it comes to how to control your anger, or when it comes to spiritual love and receiving spiritual love in the month of July. Now, when you see pay attention to your work, it's usually tying to things that you know you need to be focused on, that you know you need to get done. This can be in the form of literal work, like career-wise, or this can be in the form of like what you need to put on your to-do list that has something to do with you, your life personally, to keep you from going, you know, downhill, to keep you from, like, it can really be anything. So I'm gonna read to you what the desk energy could come off to be as well. Okay, so if you get the desk energy, it basically, when it comes to, you know, the pay attention to your work, it says a beautifully carved ornate desk signifies the queerest career. So yeah, this is most definitely talking about your career. It says, however, the top of the desk is strewn with unfinished work. The symbol is a warning to you to pay more attention to your work, or you may be called upon to pay a high price for neglecting it. Okay, so for some of you guys who need to be consistent with your work that you're doing, and once again, I am an intuitive reader, so for a lot of you guys, this doesn't just have to tie to career, but we already know, since the career energy is coming out, that it's most definitely significant. So if you know when it comes to your career, if you know you need to make a move in your career, because how are you going to make money? You can't really rely on anybody else, and a lot of times the world that you live in is very corrupted, you know? So if you know that you're an entrepreneur and that you need to start putting yourself out there, or making more money for yourself, or whatever the case may be, then that needs to happen by July. Because maybe some of you guys, April is here, but next thing you know, you're going to come into July and you're going to have unfinished things that's going on within your work. So it's very important for you to focus on in the month of July, right? Or maybe you can even start now, or just become aware of it in the now, because if this is coming out in July, that means that it's going to be urgent. So you want to make sure that you tend to this before it gets too hectic, right? So this is just you getting like this warning or caution sign ahead of time, right? Any more confirmations for this desk energy? Pay attention. Yeah, it says new job or career. So for some of you guys, this is tying to a new job or career. Like some of you guys are going to be encouraged to promote career advancements, or new jobs for yourself, a new career for yourself. Like some of you guys know that you probably should be investing in a new career, or doing something different, or a new job, or maybe you're going to be getting a new job. And maybe you're going to have like so much to do, and maybe you're going to be on a deadline, and maybe you don't get things done on time, or it could really be anything. Okay. From this new job, career energy. Okay, so we got successfully overcoming a problem, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you, and then we have spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. When it comes to this new job or career. Yeah, let's see. This is a collective. All right. So yeah, a lot of you guys, this is tying to your personal development or spiritual development, enlightenment, etc. when it comes to work, or when it just solely comes to spiritual development itself. And for others of you guys, maybe you're gonna fall into this anxious, depressional energy. And maybe like in this worried state that someone is like against you at a new job or a career. Like it all depends on who you are. Like if you're a 9-to-5 worker, then the message is going to be different. If you're an entrepreneur, then the message is going to be different. If this is not talking about career for you, then it's personal development and etc. So awareness and understanding. So it may be different for like a lot of you guys. You'll just have to apply it to how it fits. But regardless of whatever it is, this desk represents your career. The things that are scattered amongst it is the unfinished work that needs to get done, right? So the energy is just basically telling you, just pay attention to your work. Okay? Because maybe something is going to leave you in a space of being depressed, or being in a space to where you then start becoming angry because you're focusing on the things that may not be going well or right. So to keep you from even coming into this space and this energy, you're getting told ahead of time that you're going to be needing to pay attention to your work by the time July comes. So this can result in like many ways. But regardless, I'm seeing that you will overcome something, and that you will be shown the way. And you also will be having relationships or dealings with a man that has blonde, gray, or white hair in the month of July. This could be work related. It could be tied to like spiritual love. Confirm this fair man energy. Why are they out here? Why are they relevant? Okay, it's going to be tied to an exciting event. So then I'm getting this energy like work then play, because I feel like you're gonna have this whole time of just play, and then it's probably gonna be a time where you need to come into just work mode. So just be mindful. Any last confirmations for these messages here? Yeah, we got stepping into a new experience, and you will be playing a different role. Yeah, so it's a whole lot of new energy here. New people, new careers, new jobs. Okay, once again, it says stepping into a new experience, and you will be playing a different role. Okay, so July, just me, how the message came out, it do seems kind of complicated, but just take the messages how it resonates for you. And when you get into the month of July, and when July ends, then you will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. July. Okay, so now we have August, September, October, November, December, January, and February. All right. What's going to be going on in the month of August for the collective? Okay. We got the barrel coming out. It says, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And we got the bouquet coming out again. Compliments from an admirer. And then we have the crib, which ties to birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Some type of business, maybe creation. And then we have the younger woman. So it says dealings or relationship with a younger woman. You could be a younger woman, or it's literally talking about a person outside of yourself. All right, maybe this person could have like Chinese eyes or be of the descendants of Chinese, Asian, Korean, like, you know, that type of ethnicity, or they're just a younger woman. Okay, but in the month of August, you're going to be having dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Okay, this can be in the form of you having a child and you having a girl. If you wanted that to be a surprise, Sadi, okay. But I'm also seeing that you're going to be feeling that something is lacking in your life, like maybe love, money, or goals. But maybe somebody's going to come in and they're going to compliment you, so then you're going to start feeling better, or whatever the case may be. Any more messages and confirmations surrounding the month of August? Okay, so we have psychic ability, trust your intuition, waiting for news, package, or letter, and then a goal-oriented person. So you could be the goal-oriented person that's going to be waiting for news or a type of package or a letter in the month of August. In the month of August, you're being encouraged to trust your intuition, especially when it comes to the birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Like, because you know how sometimes you get into this energy of, oh my gosh, I have baby fever, I want to have a child. But instead of thinking things through, like if you're mentally ready, emotionally, financially going to be ready, etc., you just have this like heightened like desire that overpowers everything else and the common sense of everything, you know. So it's like, just trust your intuition when it comes to certain things, the birth of anything. Like, trust your intuition that you can build a successful business. Like, when you start putting in action towards this business that you're creating, you know, the trust that this is what's good for you. And for others, maybe you're going to be investing with people who you may need this trust in your intuition with. Maybe it may not be the best idea, maybe it will. Like, it really all depends on who you are. So yeah, the compliments from an admirer could be from a goal-oriented person. Okay. And when it comes to you feeling that something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals, you want to make sure you trust in your intuition, because you know best. Okay, you're very intuitive. You have like psychic abilities, like all people do, right? And when it comes to a birth or a conception of a child, you may have a girl, okay? Or you may be waiting to hear back if you're pregnant or not. Maybe you're going to be waiting on some type of package, some type of letter. From an admirer, maybe, or maybe from a goal-oriented person. Okay. But yeah, I'm also seeing, once again, the dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Okay, so that's the month of August. Now, when it comes to September, what's going to be going on? What can the collective expect in the month of September? So in the month of September, you could be experiencing pleasure with a close friend. It may be tying to work, achievement, or success. So maybe you're going to be connecting with a close friend. You guys are going to be working on something, achieving something together, or just having a successful relationship. Maybe you're going to be coming off lighthearted. They're going to be coming off lighthearted, or you guys being in this successful energy is going to bring lighthearted energy. I'm seeing a carefree time here. Confirm the mule energy. And I feel like you're going to have this one stubborn person that's unwilling to change. That's probably going to try to like ruin this, because that's good energy, you know. So for me to just see this one energy that talks about stubbornness, it just gives hater. It gives somebody that, you know, ruins good things, or whatever the case may be. Now, when it comes to someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, that could be your energy, or it could be another person. All right. I'm also seeing that money will be coming to you because of some type of work, achievement, or success that has happened. I'm also seeing that, once again, when it comes to this pleasure with a close friend, that you're going to be having a carefree time. It's going to be very lighthearted, carefree times with this individual. And with the angel coming out, I feel like this is really connecting to this mule energy. It ties to spiritual guidance and protection from harm. So whoever this extremely stubborn person is, once again, you have to just be mindful. Remember, we talked about choosing your battles earlier. So remember that a lot of people don't have the common sense that God gave them. A lot of people are narcissistic, manipulative. They try to ruin good things for people. So you can't stoop down to other people's level or let your own anger get in the way of something. But I do feel like your angels, they're going to be, you're going to have spiritual guidance and protection from harm when it comes to this very stubborn, unwilling to change individual. But the good thing is, at least you're still going to be, you know, having lighthearted, carefree times with a person that's close to you, with a friend. And at least money is gonna be coming in for all the work and achievements and success that's been happening. But it's that like one thing, you know, and this is tied to the month of September 2025. Now let's get into October. I wanted to change the playlist. All right, what is the collective to expect in the month of October? What is the collective to expect in the month of October 2025? Okay, so in the month of October, I'm seeing that you're going to be disappointed in some type of affair. Maybe you're going to have to cut somebody off, or maybe you're going to have to realize that you have to cut somebody off, which is kind of disappointing. All right, but you will be protected from negative forces that are beyond your control. Okay, so maybe there will be some temporary problems in the month of October, but I am seeing that regardless, like, good luck is on your side with the horseshoe coming out. And with the wind chimes coming out, like some of you guys can probably see wind chimes like outside of people's doors. Maybe you have this hanging up, so when it blows in the wind, like they make these magical or musical tunes. But I am seeing in the month of October, although there will be temporary problems, I'm still seeing that there will be peace and harmony and good luck. Okay, but you may become disappointed in some affair for sure. And it's just going to be like a temporary situation. Like, this may not affect you for long term. It's just going to be something that's temporary, but regardless, you're going to be protected from negative forces that are beyond your control. Probably because of all the luck that you still will be having, which is going to bring peace and harmony, even in the midst of adversity or in the midst of like certain temporary obstacles or problems. Any last messages? Okay, yeah, so someone may be leaving your life in the month of October. And I feel like for some of you guys, it's going to be by choice. Okay? It's most definitely going to be by choice because maybe they disappointed you. So it was just time to let them go. Which is always a good thing because it's better to realize things instead of constantly keeping things in your life that are just not meant to be there, you know? And just take the message how it resonates. This is a collective. It's not a personal. So all of these things may not be happening for you. Some of them may be. All right. And the other things may just be happening for others. But if you want a more personal message so you will know what's for you, if the message is for you, then I do have 3 card spreads, 6 card spreads, and 8 card spreads. The 8 card spreads includes oracles, so it's $50. The 3 card spreads is $25, and the 6 card spreads is $35. I also have questions for $7.77. But if you guys cannot afford my prices, donations are accepted. If you guys are ever looking for mentorships, life coaching, and child services for those who are under, not adults, I do also provide those type of services as well. So if you want to schedule a free consultation, you can email me, DM me, we can get on a phone call, unlimited questions, go more in depth about what my services, what services I provide. All right, but in the month of November of 2025, what is the collective to expect? Okay. I was looking for 6 cards and we got 7. So some of you guys, it's given that you're going to be expecting to get like something less, but you're actually going to be getting more of something. It's probably because you're so like humble and grateful for certain things and you're not like really this taker. You're very considerate or whatever the case may be. All right. Okay, so I'm seeing that some of you guys in the month of November of 2025, I'm seeing that news of a birth or a new business opportunity is going to be here. This is probably going to require you to have to work hard, right? So there's some hard work that's going to be ahead. But I'm also seeing that you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Maybe this is going to be tying to affairs with your family. Like maybe you're going to be giving or getting a gift from a family member. And I'm also seeing that someone you know is undependable and insincere. This could be someone who behaves stupidly. All right, with the turkey and the feather coming out, the table and the stork is significant, and the diamond and the tree is very significant. So maybe some of you guys are going to be receiving some type of jewelry or diamond or some type of materialistic gift or whatever the case may be. This could be from a family member or someone who you look at as family. Okay, maybe this gift could be a birth, or it could be a new business opportunity. And some of you guys may be working or collaborating with a family member when it comes to a birth or a new business opportunity. But family most definitely will be significant. All right, so instead of doing January, February, and March, I'm just going to do December. So we're not going to get into the year of 2026, but if you want to get your own message when it comes to the year 2026, you can always get on the list. So we're going to cut it at the month of December, okay? So in the month of December 2025, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. What is the collective to expect in the month December of 2025? Welcome to the team, honey. Thank you. Okay, in the month of December, you're going to have dealings or relationship with two men. Now, it may be at the same time or it may be individually. The one male is going to be someone with a dark complexion or hair. So maybe their skin is going to be dark complexion, or maybe their hair is going to be dark complexion, like black, right? Now, the other male is more on the lighter tone. This could be dealings or relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair or fair skin. Okay, in the month of December. And maybe this could tie to some type of new ventures, a fresh start within your love life or within like business, career, and everything like that. Okay, I'm also seeing that you guys are going to need to defend yourself. Maybe when it comes to these people, you're going to need to defend yourself. Okay. I'm also seeing that there are family wishes that are going to come true. Like maybe you've always had this one wish, or maybe a family of you all always had this one wish. Like, you know how many people can wish to have successful family life, like everybody in good health, or finally graduating from college, or like something like that. I feel like there's some type of family wishes that are going to be coming true slowly but surely. Okay, and I say slowly but surely because the tortoise turtle is coming out. It talks about slowly but surely getting ahead. So this can also tie to you needing to defend yourself in some type of way. I don't really feel like those two have to connect with one another, but intuitively I just feel like slowly but surely getting ahead, like maybe to continue moving forward, because of course slow and steady wins the race, but maybe protecting your energy and everything else could be very important at that time. But I'm also seeing that new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start is here. So this can also be tying to that slowly but surely getting ahead energy, because you know we talked about April 2025 all the way through December, and we talked about how you guys were going to be experiencing temporary problems, or you know, family sorrows, or somebody leaving your life, or whatever the case may be. But there were also great things being talked about as well. So I feel like in all areas of your life, career, personal development, home life, family life, love life, regardless, slowly but surely you're going to be getting ahead. Okay, and maybe some of you guys are going to finally unite with people who you're going to be able to create a family with. You know how you always attracting people who are just not for you and it's toxic? I feel like finally you guys are going to finally have a family that's going to be like power couple energy, generational curse breaker energy. Like you're going to literally be connected with a person who's on your level. And that's great. But we can get more in depth to this whale energy with the family wishes. So it says family wishes come true. An old stone well lies hidden deep in the forest. It is rarely found and only by those truly in need. Lucky is the querist who chooses this card. It signifies that something you wish for will come true, but on one condition. It will only come true if what you wish for will be of benefit to the entire family. So this is not something that's just, oh, only Jasmine get it, not Bertha and Dante. You know, so it's like basically whatever this wish is, it will come true, it will be granted, but it has to be for all, not for just one. Okay, it has to be for the whole family. So that could be a financial blessing, that could be something, right? And maybe this could be the energy that is time to like shielding yourself. Like maybe you're gonna need to defend yourself when it comes to the family situation, because for some of you guys, intuitively, I'm picking up that if you don't have like this decent family or home life situation, like maybe you're going to be dealing with people who feel entitled to things or whatever the case may be. So when something is a blessing of you and you can't help but to just share it with the family, you got to make sure you don't have people who are overtakers, beggars, in this entitled energy or whatever the case may be. Like it all really depends on who you're talking to, you know. So if you're talking to a group of people who don't have any of these family issues going on, then of course you know that it's going to be different compared to people who do. But just take those messages how it resonates. That's pretty much what I'm seeing in the months of April through December of 2025. If you guys want to see messages in terms of 2026 or get your own personal message in the terms of what's to come throughout the following year, then you can feel free to get on the list before I get off alive. I don't plan on being here that long. This actually turned out to be longer than I thought, going through these tea leaves. But let's go ahead and see what's coming for you in love and then career and finance. So first we're going to start off with love. There's an energy within and around me. Some of you guys probably got your fingers crossed, like hoping everything works out for you when it comes to love. And it will. You just have to use the common sense God gave you. You know, you don't want to be connecting with people who you know are not on your level. Okay? Because then you're going to leave yourself to be in a space of disappointment, betrayal, or whatever the case may be. You also want to make sure you're right within. You want to know that you need to love yourself first before you try to love anybody else, because that's just the best way to do it. That's the most successful way to do it, you know. And we talked about spiritual love earlier. So maybe you guys in this year of 2025, you are going to be attracting some type of spiritual love. And that can be in a platonic way. It doesn't have to just be romantically. Be mindful that when we're talking about love, you hear the sirens and the alarms. We were talking about that earlier. When it comes to love, this can talk about, it doesn't have to just be romanticism, okay? It can be talking about paternal connections, platonic connections, okay? Romantic connections, any connections that's based on love, okay? So, what is to come in love for the collective? Present, future energy. All right, so the owl, the seahorse, the hammock, teardrops, the rose, and the kangaroo. Okay, so romance most definitely is in the air. Okay, so maybe some of you guys are going to be receiving some good advice from a wise person. Maybe they're going to be telling you that love is going to be coming in. So maybe this could be from a tarot reader, a mentor, you know, whatever the case may be. But you're going to be receiving some type of good advice from a wise person. Okay, maybe this could be family, friends, mentor, tarot reader. Maybe they're going to tell you that romance is in the air. Maybe they're going to give you encouraging words of advice or fortune telling or whatever the case may be. All right, I'm also seeing I'm also seeing great personal sorrow, okay, and unsettled times need to plan ahead. So when it comes to love, this can also be self-love, self-care, things you need to do for self. So I'm seeing when it comes to love, you could have already experienced some type of great personal sorrow, or in the present moment, you may be experiencing great personal sorrow, or maybe in the future, you're going to be experiencing great personal sorrow. All right. And I feel like that's because of unsettled times. So you just need to focus on like needing to plan ahead. Like if you know, okay, I'm trying to get myself out of this current situation, am I going to procrastinate, become stagnant, which is not going to help me get out of a situation, or am I actually going to try to come up with a plan? So it's basically like, you know, just balancing out spirituality and practicality. Excuse me. And once again, I'm also seeing something about taking a vacation physically or mentally. You could be doing this to get away from family, or you could be doing this with family. And I'm also seeing another message that you will be taking a vacation physically or mentally, and maybe you're gonna come into a space to where you're healing your romantic life, or you're connecting back into, you know, getting back into intimacy and bonding and love again, especially in a romantic way for some of you guys. Maybe a lot of you guys could be like the wise person in your family, or maybe there's going to be somebody in your family that's going to provide you with some good advice. Okay, all of these energies can really like shift to one another. So I do know when it comes to love that family matters are very significant, that romance is in the air, that you are a person that has good advice, you're very wise, or you're going to be connecting with a wise person that's going to be giving you good advice. Okay? When it comes to love, I'm also seeing unsettled times need to plan ahead. Okay? And I'm also seeing taking a vacation physically or mentally. And I'm also seeing great personal sorrow. So that's probably why you need a vacation. For a lot of you guys, maybe you're going to feel like somebody isn't thinking about you, but you're naturally highly thought of by lots of people, especially people who you allow to be close to your heart. Confirm family members. So yeah, when it comes to these family matters, I'm seeing too much concern with sexual matters, but at the same time, you will be taken care of in difficult times. I don't know why I'm thinking of incest, but for a lot of you guys, it's not tying to incest. It's tying to maybe certain people being in your business, in your love life, in your sex life, or whatever the case may be. But you will be most definitely taken care of. Maybe your family is going to try to help you. Maybe your family is going to be the people that's being nosy or something. Yeah, so romance is in the air. I feel like your heart chakra is going to start opening up when it comes to love. Now, I don't have time frames or the days of the month like we just got done doing. I'm not going to pull any time messages either. We're just going to keep it like this. But to confirm romance is in the air, it says doing something risky and taking a chance. Maybe it's going to be a risk to you, not because of the people who you're connecting with. Take it how it resonates, but mainly it's probably a risk because everyone that you once involved yourself with, they've always let you down. Okay? So maybe you're going to be taking a chance on love this time around. And I don't know when. For some of you guys, it could be today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. It really all depends on who you are in your life. Confirm good advice from a wise person. All right, so the good advice that you're going to be receiving from a wise person has something to do with paying attention to your work, celebration, fun, enjoyment, and some type of discord amongst family and friends. Maybe that's why you're going to be encouraged to pay attention to your work, because maybe a lot of you guys, you can't trust certain family or friends or whatever the case may be, but someone new is going to be entering your life when it comes to love. Like for some of you guys, we talked about how somebody was going to be leaving your life. A lot of times that can be by death, or it could be by other things. And I didn't necessarily see death. What I seen at the time was you having to cut somebody off because they disappointed you. But at the same time, when it comes to love, someone new is going to be entering your life. And I feel like you're going to be really taking a chance on whoever this individual is. Just don't get your feelings hurt, okay? I am seeing great happiness, but I'm not seeing if it's long-term or short-term. And with all this other great personal sorrow and unsettled times and all this other stuff, it kind of makes me think that some of you guys, be mindful of choosing the wrong person when it comes to love. For some of you guys, you're going to be choosing the right person, and maybe you're going to grow with this person, evolve, become friends, then become lovers, or instantly love at first sight. Like, it really all depends. But yeah, okay, so when it comes to prosperity, finances, money, or wealth, let's get some energy on that. What is the collective to expect when it comes to this wealth, prosperity energy? What is the collective to expect when it comes to wealth? So I feel like some of you guys' love life is going to be interfering with your finances. And if it's interfering with your finances, then maybe somebody's still pulling on your energy, or maybe it's your energy itself that's kind of focusing on past hurt or certain things that's interfering with your coin, maybe interfering with you being motivated to bring money into your energy, or your energy not being as, you know, it kind of being off a bit to where you're not attracting the abundance you would like in your life. Like, it could really be anything. All right. When it comes to wealth, I'm also seeing heartache over what you no longer have. So maybe some of you guys, if you want to avoid being in this energy, then you might want to learn how to save your money. Okay, because maybe it's going to be a time where you need to use that money, and you're going to be so like distraught or heartbroken because you no longer have the wealth, or whatever the case may be. Now, past, present, and future energy could be significant. So if this is talking about a past situation, then this is just confirming that once before you did have heartache over what you no longer have. So that's just a lesson to no longer put yourself in that same energy, right? Don't do the same things again that you prayed to get out of, or that really made you feel uncomfortable. But I'm also getting another separate energy if it's tying to the past, but I'm gonna go to the present. If this is tying to the present energy, when it comes to wealth, you probably are experiencing some type of heartache over what you no longer have. Like maybe there was some type of financial blessing or opportunity, but it's gone now. So maybe you could be feeling some type of way about this. Okay, so I'm seeing a period of frustration, lessons to be learned. And then opportunities are waiting for you. So be mindful of allowing this energy to interfere with your money, because if you're still dwelling on something, you can't change the past, you can only learn from it. So if you're going to be dwelling on something, then you're probably going to be like, there's going to be certain, it's similar to like the Four of Cups energy. So opportunities are waiting for you, but maybe you're going to be experiencing like this period of frustration where there are lessons that need to be learned when it comes to your relationship with money, like learning how to better manage your money, learning how to break away from money, like being so obsessive with, now I gotta get money, you know, because a lot of times we need to prioritize our health over our work. Sometimes it comes a time to where we need to focus on our work, but at other times it comes a time where we need to break away from the matrix mindset and lifestyle when it comes to money and being on this hamster wheel, because that's how you really lose yourself and you're no longer living in the world, you're trying to survive. So we don't want that. Okay, but yeah, when it comes to wealth or prosperity or money or finances, your coin, I'm seeing that some type of family wishes are going to be coming true. And once again, we already talked about family wishes before, so we know that this wealth can only happen if all are included, okay? And for others of you guys, you don't necessarily have to include family that's not good for you or good to you. So I'm seeing generational wealth for sure for a lot of you guys. If this is like a family that you're going to be creating on your own, or maybe if you already have this family and they're like not really toxic or karmic to your energy. And maybe even if they are, like, it's still going to be a time where nobody is gonna need to be left out. Like, everybody is gonna be enjoying this lump sum of money or wealth as a family. But with this heartache over what you no longer have, I'm seeing that you're slowly but surely getting ahead, even though you have some type of heartache over what you no longer have, whether that's a romantic connection or with some type of money situation. Okay, and aside from that, once again, opportunities are waiting for you, okay? Slowly but surely, you're getting ahead. There are opportunities waiting for you. And once again, you're going to be experiencing a period of frustration when it comes to finances, because there are lessons that need to be learned. So don't dwell in this energy of like having heartache over what you no longer have, because that's just crying over spilled milk, and that's not going to do anything for you. All right, I'm pretty sure there's more to say about these messages, but I'm gonna just keep it right there and I'm gonna move on to career. All right, so what is the collective to expect when it comes to their career? Maybe some of you guys are going to be working so much because all of a sudden my back is starting to hurt. Like, maybe some of you guys need to learn how to prioritize like playtime and break time. Okay, instead of just work. All right, give yourself some playtime, give yourself a break, and know when it's time to get to work. Okay, now when it comes to your career, I'm seeing that there is going to be some type of hard work ahead. Because a path with money is waiting for you to find it. When it comes to your career, I'm also seeing that you're going to be getting a new home, having a new attitude. All right, I'm also seeing an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So maybe in your career, you're going to be someone who focuses on family or emotional security, especially like loving family energies, maybe dealing with emotional issues, you know, similar to like counseling, therapy, social workers, whatever the case may be. Maybe your career can tie to some type of service towards humans, or whatever the case may be, family, even if it comes to animals. Like, it really all depends. But when it comes to your career, I am seeing hard work ahead. So we're going to confirm this table energy, because this is not the first time that it came out. All right, so when it comes to the table, it says, let's see, a great deal of time and hard work went into the making of that table. This card indicates that there is much hard work ahead of you in some aspect of your life. This is not a time for you to relax and take it easy. Okay, so yeah, remember, for those of you guys who, when we talked about the table, it mentioned hard work ahead. I can't remember what month that was for. So once again, I will be reposting this video if you can't remember. So maybe when you hear this message, when I call it out, you can remind yourself of this energy that I just read, which is basically, this is not being a time for you to relax and take it easy. This is a time for you to really start putting in that hard work. Okay, and be mindful. Once again, this is a collective. Just take the messages how it resonates for you. If you know that you're a person that needs to be taking a break, then take your breaks. But if you know you're a person that needs to really be acting on something and it's time, you're ready, then it is time. Because a path of money is waiting for you to find it. You're wondering why your finances aren't financing. It's simply because you gotta put that hard work in. I know some people tell you, oh, just you know, some things can just drop in your lap, but a lot of things you have to actually take a methodical approach towards. You have to actually balance out practicality, which is the actual use of doing something. So, of course, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to have a solid and stable and successful career, then it's going to take some hard work, okay? But the end result is that a path with money is waiting for you to find it. So if you're wondering where the money, where the banking, how can I bring it in, how can I accumulate more, you got to work hard, honey, all right? Invest in something that's literally a career, not something that's chump change, because you're going to be just working, and you're not going to be really having nothing to show for it. So make sure you're doing something that's aligned with you and that pays like good, you know, something that you can live off of, not something that you will have to work every day to make a certain amount or have 2 or more jobs. Like, no. Make sure it's something stable, something secure, something that you also enjoy, because you don't want to be stressed out doing something. All right, but I'm also seeing, when it comes to career, a new home. So maybe this career is going to allow you to birth, or it's going to allow you to come into a new home. Maybe some of you guys are going to be signing off on a contract to, you know, have a deed, you know, have a house. Okay, I'm seeing that you're going to be in this, new home, new attitude type of energy when it comes to your career, period. So if you want to get here, you're not going to get here by just sitting and watching everybody else live their life and moving forward. You have to actually put the work in. Okay, and when it comes to career, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. And for a lot of you guys who don't have this, that's probably why your career isn't the way that you want it right now. But I need you to focus more on your own energy and not external validations or unrealistic energy. Because, of course, if you don't have this type of energy, but this is basically what you thrive on. So if you basically are being starved from it, you can't allow this to interfere with your career. I don't know. I'm really getting different type of messages, but a lot of these things doesn't have to hurt your brain. A lot of things can be very simple. But I am seeing whatever career this is, you're going to be making a lot of money for it, because you're going to be having a home to show for it. Okay, but if you want to come into this money path, you have to work hard to accumulate this wealth. You know, how do you think people they're at their millions? And once again, a lot of things don't have to be hard. Remember, I just mentioned that. But yeah, any more messages when it comes to this career energy? Yeah, so just defend yourself. Like, if you need to protect your mind, body, soul, your money, your career, your hobbies, if you need to perfect your crafts, put yourself out there, whatever it is to help you bag this career, secure your finances, then you're encouraged to do so. But I am seeing good news when it comes to your career. Okay, so maybe it's this money situation that's the good news, or maybe it's you finding a career that aligns with you and that you enjoy. Like, it can really be anything, but there is some type of good news when it comes to your career. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing for the year 2025, for the months April through December. And that's also what I'm seeing within your career, financial, and love life. So I will see you guys another time. If you're wanting to get on the list before I get out of here, then you can also click the link in my bio. I meant to say you can always click the link in my bio and scroll down to payment options. All right, 433 on the screen. You're so welcome. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your lifetime. And if I'm already off a live and you wanted to get a reading, you can just DM me. You can message me. Anybody is able to. Don't forget to follow me, you guys. Thank you for joining in, and I will see you in the next video. Ashe, stay safe